All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. Apologies, our board was meeting in closed session, and that session ran a bit long. But I can tell from the immediate quietude that came over the room that you are ready to be duly and properly recognized and appreciated. So I'm going to announce that we are recessed. Closed session is now back in open session. We are reconvening this open session, and we will begin with item number 6, which is the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're going to ask those who are able to please stand and join us in the pledge, which is going to be led today by our colleague, Supervisor Susan Ellenberg. Supervisor?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. That takes us to item number 7, which is to consider recommendations relating to various certificates of appreciation, commendations, and proclamations. Colleagues, you will notice we have items 7A, B, and C, 7A, B, and C that are listed here for our consideration. We're going to ask the clerk to put the voting screen on the panel, which she has done. We have a motion to approve from Supervisor Wasserman and a second from Supervisor Chavez. We'll ask all 5 members to vote on the screen. They have done so, so we'll ask the clerk to please display the results so we can announce that they pass 5-0. Thank you all very much. That then takes us to item number 8, which is the presentation of awards, and in this case, presentation award from the California State Association of Counties. And we have the Challenge Award from the California State Association of Counties. And let me see who is going to step up and handle that. Supervisor Wasserman, we're going to look to you on that. No? Supervisor Ellenberg. All right. That takes us to item number 8, which is the Challenge Award, the Administration of Justice and Public Safety. This is our Santa Clara County Library District Rise Up at Risk Youth Program. Who will be making the presentation on this item? Apparently it's Supervisor Wasserman, and he will be joined at the podium. Thank you. Gentlemen.
Please, the library members here. Nancy, anybody else you want to bring up? Come on, library people.
All right, I'm the CSAC people. Now I know
There
what's
you
going
go,
on.
see?
I'm still in the last meeting.
CSAC is on the library.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still reading it. She said. I'm so sorry about that.
It's all good. What's that? I believe the supervisor will speak first.
Okay.
Mr. Wasserman.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Supervisor Wasserman, if you would perhaps explain your role with our library district, that will help inform the members of the public as to why you have been called upon. All right, thank you.
Let me
That'll get us-
explain my role.
Thank you.
Thank you. As the District 1 Supervisor and Chair of the Santa Clara County Library District Joint Powers Authority, along with Supervisor Simidian that serves on that authority with me, I'm pleased to know that our libraries receive statewide recognition by CSAC for the services that they offer. The Rise Up program is designed to reach at-risk youth in South County that desperately need individuals who understand and are willing to help with their cases. By assisting our youth today, we are investing in the future success of the county as a whole. I thank the Library District for its role in making this program the success that it is today. I also thank everyone else included in this partnership because this effort cannot be tackled alone. And here today, and it is very tough to get library people to step forward, okay? They are so modest and so giving and so concerned about our community. We have just a few of them here today representing. And Nancy, right here. Nancy right here is our director of the Santa Clara County Library System. Do you have a few words you want to mention?
I do.
All right.
Librarians talk. I'd like to thank CSAC for recognizing Rise Up for a Challenge Award today.
As you can see from the large group behind me, to receive this award, it takes a village to support our at-risk youth and their families. The partner organizations include the City of Gilroy, Community Solutions, Department of Family and Children's Services, the DA's Office, Gilroy Unified School District, Rebecca's Children's Services, Resilient Families, the Santa Clara County Probation Department, San Isidro de Nueva Vida, South County Reentry Resource Center, St. Joseph's Family Center, St. Mary's Catholic Parish, and the Youth Alliance. To the California State Library and the Santa Clara Library District Foundation, thank you for believing in this program enough to support it when it was just an idea. I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to this entire group, and a special thank you to library staff Chris Brown, Lonnie Ushamara, and Kelly Brennan Young, who are the driving force behind the library's involvement. I'm so proud to represent Santa Clara County and would like to recognize Dr. Jeff Smith for his ongoing support of the library district and leadership over the county to provide services to every resident, especially the most vulnerable. And thank you, Supervisor Wasserman, who is also the chair of our Joint Powers Authority Board, for the work that you inspired and led through the South County Youth Task Force. Without you, the library would not have been at the table of the Youth Task Force, and without the task force that you've assembled, Rise Up would not have been possible.
And we also have Graham here from CSAC.
Thank you, Supervisor. Thank you, Chairman Smidian and Supervisors. It's an honor to be here today. I am Graham Canals. I'm the Executive Director of CSAC, which is the California State Association of Counties. So we have the great honor of representing all of California's 58 counties from an advocacy perspective and as it relates to leadership development and education. And we've certainly gone through what's a pretty substantial year of transition in 2019 with a new governor, a new administration and legislature in this state, and we continue to work with Santa Clara County and the other 57 counties in California on core priorities that are targeted towards empowering communities. And while we do that, the county is busy here creating innovative programs that are best utilizing the tax revenues that come into the county and ensuring that they are serving the community in the most effective way possible. A number of years ago, we created a Challenge Award program, which is specifically charged with identifying that innovation. And this year, we received 284 entries into the Challenge Award program from counties all across the state. That's the second most we've ever received in our 26-year history. And one of the winners is for the Challenge Award is here in Santa Clara County, and it's the Rise Up multi-agency effort related to at-risk youth. It's a pretty remarkable achievement. Our Challenge Awards are voted on by a jury of peers, so folks that are running counties as leaders and administrators all across the state. And this goes back to the community of Gilroy, which back in 2016 was ranked first in the county for juvenile justice arrests. So you do not want to be on the top of that list. There were high expulsion and suspension rates at local schools. And so as a result of that, to improve outcomes among youth and their families in Gilroy, the social services agencies, including the Department of Family and Children's Services, the Santa Clara County Library Districts, their Gilroy Library, the District Attorney's Office, all teamed up with the Santa Clara County Youth Task Force to administer a multi-unit curriculum developed by Santa Clara University. This collaboration, dubbed Rise Up, encompass a variety of library-based educational units for at-risk youth and their families. The Resilient Families Unit targets early childhood caregivers, while a recreation program offers teens exercise and mindfulness classes, along with summer reading opportunities. So very positive ways to invest energy and to learn. There's also a parent project unit that was targeted at 4 dozen parents of youth facing truancy and delinquency issues, with strategies to steer them on a more positive course. So it's true partnership. Of the more than 85 participants to date, the vast majority have improved their learning and attention, and have applied the program results in relative to their roles in the community. And so it's had an immediate success in terms of assisting families and at-risk youth and moving forward. So for this innovative partnership, education for youth and families, as well as utilization of libraries as that all too critical community resource, I am delighted to present Nancy Howe, the county librarian, who you just heard from, and Supervisor Mike Wasserman, along with the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors and a whole host of folks standing behind me who've done marvelous work with the 2019 Challenge Award from CSAC. Congratulations.
And as our county's representative to CSAC and a member of the CSAC Board of Directors, I want to just emphasize that this is an incredibly important, vital organization to the functioning of all of our counties. The standards are very high. The quality of programming and leadership is tremendous. So from my perspective, when they are making an award, it is extremely well vetted, well deserved. And I love also that it combines all of my favorite things with libraries and kids and families and childcare. So I want to add my thanks to Graham for being here in person to present this, and congratulations to all of the participants in Rise Up.
Thank you. And we're just going to turn around for a quick minute to have a photo, but for those of you that aren't aware of it, the Santa Clara County Library System, this is one of my favorite stats. More people went to the Santa Clara County Libraries this year than attended the 49er games and A's games and Giants games and Sharks games and Warrior games combined. We need to face this way. Face this way. Yep. So get here, turn sideways. We need to scrunch in.
This way, looking
Looking
that
this way. Right there. There's the official one.
It's not just
Wait, it's not hard. Everybody smile. Thank you all very much. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Drive safely. Thank you for coming.
All right, that takes us to item number 9, 9A and 9B. Item number 9A is a commendation presentation by our county executive, so let me ask our county executive, Dr. Jeff Smith, to step up to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. President. Where's Dean Wiley? There he is. Dean, come on up here and join me. Dr. Dean Wiley. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm here to offer Dean a commendation from the Board of Supervisors, and I would like to tell you a little bit about Dean as he retires. Dr. Wiley is the Deputy Director of Behavioral Health Services Department and is retiring after 19 years of exemplary service. The doctor began his county career in 2000 in the Alcohol, Drug, and Drug Department, working as a health program specialist. In 2005, he was promoted to Director of Research Evaluation. In 2007, he accepted the position in the Mental Health Department as a Mental Health Program Supervisor, and in 2010, he was promoted to the Division Director for the Learning Partnership. 3 years later, Dean was selected to serve as the Deputy Director of the Mental Health Operations, and in 2016, he was promoted to the new position of Deputy Director for Behavioral Health Services Department. Good job.
Thank you.
He never stood still, always helping us. Dean has led critical leadership functions in operations, quality, decision support, and electronic health record implementation. He has shared his extensive knowledge and expertise across the entire system, mentored many managers and staff, and garnered the respect from leaders, colleagues, and his supervisors. His colleagues and staff seek his input and guidance and appreciate his humor, which makes him an easy problem solver. Dean's commitment to clients, consumers, and families, and his focus on improving outcomes reflect his belief in wellness and recovery. No one is lost. Dean and his wife, Lisa, love to play golf and plan to move to Las Vegas to live by a golf course. Really?
Yes.
It's hot over there. They enjoy traveling and cooking with friends and are looking forward to retirement. Congratulations. Do you want to say something?
Thank you, Dr. Smith, Board of Supervisors. I've prepared a few words, just a quick speech here. So it all started in 1962 in a hospital in Warwick, Rhode Island, when I was born. Oh, sorry. I won't take you back that far. I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for those kind words. While I like to take credit for my success, it really is a team effort. Tony and the rest of the Behavioral Health Services team have provided me with a great deal of support over the years, and quite frankly, they make me look good. So I'll go with that. I've enjoyed serving the county community, and working for the wonderful Behavioral Health Services team as well as county leadership, all of which have provided me with many, many opportunities to be successful and to do well in this job. I'm very grateful for that. Our jobs are not easy. We have to balance the needs of many while protecting the rights of the individual. And a lot of times those things come into conflict, and we just have to figure out how to deal with them and how to get through them. But being part of a team that helps to address these needs and to really help deal with these conflicts and provide service to this great county has been a very rewarding experience for me. I have only one regret, and that is that I'll not see the growth and fantastic changes that are coming to the Behavioral Health Services Department. There's lots of good things on the horizon. The future is very bright. Thank you all for this recognition, and if you're ever in Las Vegas, come visit.
Thank you so very much, Doctor. And that takes us to our next presentation under 9B, which is a commendation for Alice Kawaguchi as she retires after 37 years of service to our county. Supervisor Wasserman, once again, we look to you, sir.
Thank you. And Alice, I invite you to have anybody who wish to come up that's here with you. Dr. Kai, I figured you would. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Doc. We're the team. There you go. Good, good. It's truly my honor and pleasure to be able to present this commendation to Alice Kawaguchi today. I've known Alice over the years. I've been here 10, so my 9 to 10 years, and as you'll hear, she's been here a lot longer. I consider Alice not just a professional, but a friend. I serve on a couple of committees that Alice staffs, manages, directs, administers. She's absolutely fantastic. I specifically asked her when I heard about her retirement if she would stay 3 years and 2 more months. It was just a number that happened to be significant to me. But she said she needed to move on before then, and I said okay. But when I think of the consummate professional, when I think of an individual that says, okay, what do you want to accomplish? How can I help you? She figures out ways. She also is very creative in coming up with things to help our community, help our constituents, help our residents, help our children. She's a great representative of the Public Health Department, as I know Dr. Cody and the rest know. And I'm going to miss you a lot. I'm going to miss you a lot. Commendation here we have for you, and it says, whereas Alice Kawaguchi is retiring on January 16th, 2020, after serving the County of Santa Clara for 37 years. Whereas Alice began her career with the County of Santa Clara on October 25th, 1982, as the Assistant Director of Nutrition Services at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center, where she planned, coordinated, and monitored nutrition programs and services. Alice was promoted to Director of Nutrition Services in 1993, where she directed inpatient and outpatient clinical nutrition services, supervised and trained staff, volunteers and students, developed policies, procedures, and standards, monitored the budget, and oversaw the implementation and monitoring of the dietary computer system. Alice joined the Public Health Department in 1999 in the Stepwise program, where she coordinated a multi-departmental and community planning process to address system-wide issues in perinatal substance abuse treatment services. And, see, when you've done this for 37 years, there's a lot of ands. Alice transitioned in 2001 to the Violence Prevention Program, where she engaged elementary schools across the county in the Peace Builders program. Alice joined the Traffic Safe Communities Network team in 2003 and led multiple programs and activities to prevent unintentional injuries and fatalities that result from poor driving practices and unsafe pedestrian and bicycle behaviors. She created the Juvenile Traffic Diversion Program, the county-wide Safe Routes to School program, which I first heard about when I was with Los Gatos, and has led education encouragement and environmental change efforts in Los Gatos, Sunnyvale, Campbell, and Gilroy that keep youth and the community safe and active. Alice was promoted to program manager for the Active and Safe Communities team in 2014, where she advocated and promoted traffic safety issues, active transportation strategies, and promotion of parks through leadership and support of her team, colleagues, the TSCN and South County United Health leadership team. And Alice leaves a legacy of dedicated service to provide a safe and healthy community for her friends, co-workers, colleagues, and residents of Santa Clara County. And for all those reasons, Alice, I get to close by saying, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Supervisors of the County of Santa Clara does hereby honor and commend Alice Kawaguchi. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, they told me I didn't have to talk, but I did want to say something. Thank you for the recognition. I would like to thank Supervisor Wasserman for his ongoing support of the projects that I've been most passionate about, which are walking, biking, parks, health, and traffic safety. 37 years sounds like a really long time, but it's always something interesting and worthwhile to do here in the county. So to my team, and also to one of my daughters who starts a new job with the county the same week I'm leaving, I wish you work that you find interesting and worthwhile. And to my husband, my manager, Bonnie Broderick, who's great, and everyone that I've had an opportunity to work with, thank you so much.
And Supervisor Wasserman, I guess that means we'll see the daughter back in the year 2056 to celebrate her 37th year with the county. So there you go.
One more thing.
Congratulations once again, and thank you so very, very much.
Take care. Stop by and say hi.
And as we let these folks exit, we ask Wasserman to join us again at the dais, and we ask our County Executive, Dr. Jeff Smith, to help us with item number 10, A through K, which is the presentation of certificates of appreciation to employees who are being honored today for Employee Excellence Award recognition. Dr. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before Public Health Department leaves, I want to point out to everyone, I hope you noticed that the Public Health Department is one of the departments in the county where we're making the best progress with equity regarding gender representation. And I really think that Sarah Cody, Dr. Cody, deserves a lot of credit for that, because we have brilliant women hired to the positions that are in leadership, and they do a great job, and I'm really proud of that. Okay, so this is a great time that we get to honor a few of our employees as Employee Excellence Award winners of this month, and it's always a fun opportunity. We've added a number of slots this month, as we will be going forward, so that we can honor more people throughout the year. I'm going to be reading a little bit about them, and I think you'll enjoy hearing about our employees and what a fabulous job they do. So will the award winners please join me up here on my right and my left in the chairs, and we'll all clap. Have a seat. Good, we've got everybody. Okay, so the way this works is I call your name, you come up and stand next to me, and then I read a little bit about you that your supervisors told us about. Don't be too embarrassed, but that's the point, trying to embarrass you. Then go back to the president on my left, and he will give you your award. Come back to your seat, and then afterwards we'll have rousing rounds of applause and pictures. And in the meantime, all of you out there are more than happy to clap and, show your appreciation. So, first of all, Chris Padian. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? So Chris was supposed to be honored last month, but he's a fire captain with Santa Clara County Fire, and he was out helping with the fires and deployed to other locations. I'm not sure where. Healdsburg. So he had to go save lives rather than get his award, which is good. Yeah. But we have him today, and we've had him for 9 years. Captain Padian exemplifies outstanding public service in his day-to-day conduct with the fire department. One of Chris's primary goals is keeping his fellow co-workers safe and healthy. Nothing demonstrates this more than his commitment to Healthy In, Healthy Out program, which has a mission to encourage safe and healthy practices from the first day as a firefighter to retirement. He is an active member of the Safety Committee and was the primary individual behind the proposal for putting washers and dryers in the fire stations to clean contaminated protective gear, which would otherwise expose firefighters to potentially life-threatening chemicals, biological agents, and particulate matter. Good job. One would have thought we already did that, but I guess not. We do now. He spent many hours over several years researching and drafting documents to ensure that his fellow co-workers were able to reduce cross-contamination of uniforms and personal protective equipment. Chris is one of the co-coordinators for this pilot wellness program being conducted at the County Fire Department. Chris is also one of the main coordinators of the Seattle Stair Climb, which raises money for leukemia and lymphoma. Oh, I've heard about that. You do that?
Yes.
Oh, my God. He has spent many weekends out in the community raising money for the team through donations and T-shirt sales. We are honored to have Chris recognized as an Employee Excellence Award winner for the month of November, here delayed by his work in Healdsburg. Thank you very much. Good job. Emmy Chu. Emmy is a program manager too with the probation department and has been with us for 18 years. In those 18 years, she has exemplified honesty, integrity, and resilience as a true professional in her position. She engages in open and honest communication at all levels with all departments and agencies. She approaches her work with a keen sense of problem solving and demonstrates due diligence in reaching a solution that provides the best possible outcome for all that are involved. Emmy is a thoughtful listener who provides guidance to staff regarding sensitive personnel matters. She is always willing to assist employees and management whenever she is needed. She exemplifies excellence in all that she does, whether it's taking the time to organize and provide training for new managers, or meeting for consultation, or facilitating communication, or working to ensure that all staff treat each other and the clients with mutual respect. Emmy has remained a constant in the administrative and training unit's day-to-day operations. She continues to demonstrate not only dedication to the unit's mission, but her phenomenal leadership and competence, her ability to work through challenging conditions, and her ability to train new teams. Please join us in congratulating Emmy. Good job. Lisa Doan. Lisa is an accountant 3 with the Office of the County Executive for 13 years. Great job. Nice to have you. Lisa's demonstrated exemplary public service through her strong work ethic, her commitment to getting the job done, and her willingness to put her personal life on hold when the Office of Supportive Housing was in a tough spot. While there are numerous vacancies over an extended period of time, Lisa led a small but mighty team of accountants and kept the accounting and finance operations running smoothly and effectively. She took the initiative and stepped in to carry the team forward. She prioritized the work and did what was necessary to get the job done, and she never once complained. When she identified issues or problems, she had a proposed solution. Lisa has 13 years of public service with experience in a variety of departments. As a longtime employee, she has a keen understanding of the county's accounting policies and procedures, and she carefully implements them to make sure that the residents get what they deserve. Although Lisa is hardworking and diligent, her life isn't completely centered around work. She values community, culture, and family. In her spare time, she actively participates in the Vietnamese community, taking part in music and cultural celebrations with family and friends. Congratulations, Lisa. Good job. Thank you very much. She's the one who's keeping track of the $1 billion of housing money. David Yamashita. David is a business systems analyst with TSS and has been with us for 14 years. David is always willing to take on a new challenge. Recently, he took on the main support role for the CA service desk and TMT. Without any training on the product, he quickly learned on his own and is now well on his way to a major upgrade of the system. He learned the customization of the system and implemented recommendations to make it better for the business and better for the help desk. This would have been the typical end of the IT side of the operation, and the system would have been handed over to the user for acceptance testing. However, Dave recognized this was an entirely new territory for the users and that they would not be able to rigorously test the system on their own. Seeing this need, he jumped in and is working to develop some starting instructions to help the testing get going. This is just one of the many examples of David's focus on complete end-to-end service. David also took on an administrative role for the Azure Development Ops and for the entire TSS SSA organization. Again, with no formal training. The fact that the team has progressed to testing on that platform in these last 2 months is a testament to his ability to learn quickly, share the knowledge, and help others succeed. Dave juggles and meets his deliverables on multiple concurrent projects while not letting the quality of his support go down. In short, he takes care of the critical stuff that happens behind the curtain, and because it works, goes unnoticed. He also coaches newer, more junior team members on the system so that they can become self-sufficient. Not surprisingly, Dave is a gear nerd. He loves to work on cars, engines, suspensions, modifications, you name it. Seeing Dave in his lowrider is quite a sight. Thank you, Dave, for making the team work better and always look good. Frank Dominguez. Frank is a criminal investigator with the Office of the District Attorney. He was hired in the District Attorney Criminal Investigator's Office in 2006 and has been assigned to investigate insurance fraud ever since. In his nearly 14 years, Frank has been the consummate professional while becoming an efficient subject matter expert. Frank has led the way in investigating cases that most police officers haven't even heard about. With that said, Frank has handled investigations that have ranged in duration from 1 year to multiple years due to their complex, often difficult to understand fraud schemes. Frank never gives up and remains committed to righting the wrongs committed by those who have the purpose to defraud. He's not only the lead investigator in his work, he is also the lead mentor. Frank has mentored or contributed to the training of every investigator who has been assigned to the insurance fraud unit for the past 10 years. Frank also trains investigators in other areas such as employee wellness and running. Good, keep everybody healthy. Beginning in 2012, Frank helped create the DA's Baker to Vegas Law Enforcement Memorial Team. Each year he worked with the team captains to better the team's overall race time. Frank also has been the main staple of the DA's Special Olympics torch run, supporting Special Olympians in their goal to raise awareness for the Special Olympics. Frank is the quintessential example of a DA investigator. He's hardworking, service-oriented, kind, honest, and thorough. Thank you very much, Frank. Good job. Good work. John Boy Palarka. John is a correctional deputy with the Office of the Sheriff and has been with us for 2 years. On September 9th, 2019, Deputy Palarka was working his normal shift at Elmwood. During lunch, he observed an inmate who fell off a stool and onto the ground. The inmate lost consciousness and stopped breathing. Deputy Palarka quickly determined the inmate was choking and sprang into action. He sat the inmate up into the seated position, got behind him, and immediately administered abdominal thrusts. After several thrusts, the impacted food was dislodged. The inmate regained consciousness and began to breathe on his own. The deputy's quick thinking and alert response saved this person's life. Since then, the inmate has expressed his gratitude to the deputy over and over again. Deputy Palarka is a role model for all of us to emulate. During the entire incident, he remained calm and professional. He is dependable, reliable, conscientious. His duty-first attitude is an example for all to follow and upholds the highest traditions of public safety. He is a true hero. Deputy Palarka has been in the Sheriff's Office for 2 years. Prior to that, he worked as a deputy for Santa Cruz and Stanislaus. We're definitely better. Deputy Palarka has been happily married to his wife for 7 years, and they have 3 beautiful children, Tiana, Jonah, and Jathan. He loves reading various books from autobiographies to Eastern philosophy. He's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Whoops, won't fool around with you. Trains 3 to 5 times a week. If you ask the deputy what's his ideal day, he'd say, train, 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 sleep a little bit, and train some more. Congratulations. Good job. Keep up the good work. Elizabeth Chang Tung. Elizabeth is a management analyst with Social Services Agency and has been with us for 6 years. As a management analyst, Liz's primary duty is to provide analytical support to the Foster Care Eligibility Bureau, which serves almost 5,000 youth. In a short time, Liz has become a subject matter expert in the complex foster care programs. Utilizing her expertise to gain great effect, she developed the Foster Care Eligibility Dashboard, which highlights the productivity and performance of the staff directly responsible for over $80 million in benefit issuance and provider payments. By creating, tracking, and evaluating internal metrics and management reports, Liz has increased the timely processing of monthly provider invoices to an amazing 99%. Wow. And has helped to reduce potential overpayments. Liz promotes audit integrity and upholds the county's vision of transparency by providing annual data reports of funds distributed every fiscal year to partnering vendors. She is highly respected by her fellow employees for sharing concerns, problems, and opportunities. She's always available for support and frequently volunteers to help coworkers if they're struggling with heavy workloads. When confronted with obstacles, Liz utilizes her strong analytical skills to identify clever solutions. She's always very innovative under adverse conditions and effectively plans into action. Liz has enriched the department with her work ethic, innovation, commitment. Please join us in celebrating SSA's vision of serve, empower, transform, embodied in Liz. Christina Collada. Christina is a psychiatric social worker too with the Behavioral Health Services Department, has been with us for 23 years. Christina was nominated by the department for this award to acknowledge her tremendous work regarding the Gilroy Garlic Festival tragedy. During the days that followed the tragedy, Christina volunteered constantly, providing services to many individuals at several sites. When we went and visited, they mentioned you and how great a job you're doing. Thanks. With most of the survivors she met, Christina utilized an evidence-based psychotherapeutic approach known as bilateral stimulation, EMDR. The survivors that Christina worked with reported they experienced immediate relief and that the distressing memories of the shooting were decreased and neutralized. Many youth returned for services, asking to speak with Christina. As a result of her work in Gilroy, the Elmwood Jail health staff are now using EMDR approach with inmates receiving mental health services in custody. Christina is a social worker, although that's not her initial interest. Her father was a social worker at the county for many years and encouraged her to pursue the profession. After graduating from Berkeley and UCLA with a master's in social work, she became a Peace Corps volunteer in Ecuador. Great. She joined in the county in 1991 and worked at DFCS, the Children's Shelter, VMC, and the Central Mental Health Clinic. For the past 11 years, she has worked in drug treatment court, where she is the team lead. She assesses and refers dually diagnosed individuals to community programs and supports them in graduating from the justice system. Christina, as you can see, has many interests, but most importantly, she likes to hang out with her adorable mother. Congratulations, Christina. Arlene Adlawan. Arlene is a diagnostic imaging tech with mammography from VMC and has been with us for 17 years. Arlene was chosen for this award because of her outstanding commitment to patient care and dedication to VMC. She is extremely valued and respected by her management team. She has been the lead of the mammography department since July of 2002 and has grown the mammography program to many outlying clinics. Arlene has led state and federal surveys in each of the centers as well as on the main campus. These surveys are the evaluation for licensing for the organization. Her services have always got glowing accolades from the inspectors. Arlene leads by example, demonstrating the best quality care. She has a can-do spirit and is always ready for the next challenge. She is appreciated for all that she does each and every day. On a personal note, Arlene loves spending time with her family. She's especially proud of her husband, who is a sheriff, and her son, who is completing the Sheriff's Academy. Among her dedication to women's health issues, she is an avid, along with her dedication to women's health issues, she is an avid bowler and boasts a collection of bowling balls and sneakers. Congratulations. Tina Torkelson, sorry. Sorry, I'm too used to Tom Torkelson. This is Tina Torkelson. Like the fire chief. Senior management analyst with Child Support Services for 14 years. Tina is an employee who constantly works behind the scenes to foster solutions that resolve problems. Her dedication, work ethic, and commitment to her responsibilities are exceptional. Tina successfully implemented the Wellness Works program with the Department of Child Support Services and was recently honored as a wellness champion for her willingness to share her story with other county employees. Tina oversees the department's emergency response team, ERT, and maintains safety and business continuity plans for both the county and the state. Tina is involved in the preparation and management of the department's $37 million budget, which is unique in that the department is required to complete 2 budgets one for the county, one for the state. Tina, along with a few other members of the department, has been required to learn a newly implemented budget and accounting system that was recently rolled out by the state. During this process, Tina quickly discovered that the process was very tedious and time-consuming. What did you expect from the state? As a result, Tina worked on a solution to streamline the process. All right, good job. She immediately sought the assistance of the department's IT unit to help develop and automate solutions to improve efficiency. After sharing with the budget team at the state, Tina's solutions were shared with other leaders, good job, and county and child support agencies throughout the state, and were determined and are going to be implemented statewide. Discussions are currently underway to do just that. Tina is deserving of the award and so much more. The department is extremely happy to have someone with her tenacity, motivation, and willingness to serve. On a private side, Tina is a single mother of 3 and a grandmother of her grandson, Parker Jaden, who she loves to spend much time with when she isn't working. Congratulations, Tina. Good work. Glad to get the state straightened out. Now, don't get any ideas that you're going to go to the state. Long Zhang. Long is a strategic sourcing manager with the procurement department and has been with us for 10.5 years. He is a distinguished member of the department. He started his career in July of 2009 as a procurement contract specialist and was quickly promoted to procurement manager on the medical team in 2012. With over 18 years of experience in the supply chain, procurement, and public solicitations, Long has been responsible for over $1 billion of contract awards, resulting in hundreds of millions of dollars of savings. Long continues to lead by example with his exceptional work ethic and passion toward his job. His team manages the highest contract values in the department with over $2.5 billion of contract spend. On March 1st, 2019, the county acquired O'Connor Hospital and St. Louis Hospital, accounting for an increase of over 12% of the contract spend. Long led the medical team in acquiring over 100 new contracts, adding $1.1 billion of contract value to the county that now serves 3 hospitals and 12 health clinics. Long has a proven track record of achievement as a procurement professional and upholds the highest countywide procurement standards. He has been instrumental in the county's transformational efforts, acting as a communication bridge between the departments and procurement and promoting competitive processes and equal access to all. Long is a dedicated family man who loves spending time with his wife and son. He's an avid ping pong player who generously donated a ping pong table for the use at the county at Tasman campus. Hey, that's not fair. He's a mentor and a leader and a professional. Congratulations. It's always amazing to hear the stories about just a few of our 22,000 employees and realize that you multiply all the good you see up here by 22,000 and you have an organization doing fabulous things for the community and lots of great people committed to do that. So every day when I see a little problem, I realize that's just a little problem out of a big, lots of goodness. So congratulations to all of you. Rounds of applause.
Pictures.
Semicircle right here. So we can
We're going to take a picture.
because we are not being honest. You are.
Congratulations and thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, without objection and hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much.